if I could sum up this video in one sentence, it would probably be, I'm not leaving Canon, but I really like Fuji. You can tell I'm in New York and I am filming with the Xt3. Just bought it. Right now I'm running the Xt3 on the Ronin S using a 16 to 35 millimeter Canon 2.8 and the VLG adapter, speed booster as well. That was like 6 minutes of me doing that. Okay, so recently I picked up the Fujifilm X-T3, and I've been talking about this camera for a long time. I swear, I've been talking about this since like last year sometime. I've been looking at this camera for a while. I've rented it a couple of times. I finally decided to go ahead and purchase it. I needed a camera that can do everything that I wanted to do. I needed a camera that I could grow into, but I feel like there's a lot of people lately who have been talking about like leaving Canon or leaving whatever. I'm leaving Sony or Canon for the Fujifilm X-T3, and I had to stop and think like, why do I need to leave Canon? Like, why do I need to leave anything to go to any other brand? Why can't I just use both? Right now I'm shooting on the Canon 70D, and that's been my main go-to camera for the longest time. I love this camera and I will never let it go. Cameras always have a place in your heart, and I just can't just sell it or give it away. This camera has a ton of different options and things for photo and video, and then it also has like everything from 120 frames per second at HD to 4K 60p and pretty much everything in between. So there's a ton of different options. It's kind of hard to actually like put together what you want to do at a particular time, but there are a lot of things and features that will help you do that very quickly. So with all those different options, the My Menu screen is amazing. So My Menu screen allows you to take all the different things that you will always film with or shoot with and put them all in one menu. So what I did was I went through and just changed everything on my menu setting to the stuff that I shoot in. So like 120 frames per second, things like that I want to quickly get to. I have that on there. You can go straight to that very quickly by just pressing the home button. So one of the features that I love about the Xt3 is all the little tactile buttons and things on there that make it look pretty cool, right? I thought that would be the way that I would use it, but I'm so used to using a DSLR, that's not really a fast way to change your settings. So what I decided to do is like not use those at all. I decided to use like the custom dial settings. You can change the dials to be whatever you want them to be, right? That way you can use this more like a DSLR, kind of dial these in really quickly, but while keeping your eye inside the viewfinder. So I had a discussion with one of my friends who is not a photographer at all, and I showed him the difference between the Xt3 and the 70D. I showed him my current work, and then I showed him the footage that I got with the Xt3 and a job that I did with that Xt3. He was like, I can't tell a difference. And if your clients can't tell the difference, then what does it matter what camera you shoot on, right? It all comes down to like us geeking out about certain features and gear and things like that. With the 70D, I had a whole bunch of limitations. I couldn't do 60 frames per second, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I didn't have F-log and things like that, and I used those things as excuses, like totally use them excuses to not go out there and create. But back to my point, why do I need to get rid of Canon to get the Xt3, or why do I have to pronounce that like I'm leaving and switching? Now, because everyone else was doing that, I was going to make this video about like, yeah, why I'm leaving Canon, but I was like, I'm not leaving Canon. It actually came down to two things. It was either this camera, the Fujifilm X-T3, or the EOS R. And I went head to head, back and forth for months trying to figure out which one I wanted. And I settled upon the Xt3. Alright, so another thing to mention is the quality of the photo and video. So I love the video quality. I love how sharp the footage is. The menu screen, tactile button, 120 frames per second, bitrate is pretty good. 4K 60 comes included with VLG HLG, which is a crazy change and make custom buttons. A nice, small, affordable package. But there's a couple of things I don't like. Touchscreen is okay, recognizes my nose. I think one of the reasons why I like this camera is that it doesn't look like anything. You can't really look at Fujifilm footage, especially in HLG, if you shot in HLG or F-Log, and say like that was shot on a Fujifilm camera. This is by far not a perfect camera, but I have enjoyed using it, and I enjoy all the features that Fujifilm has decided to give us in such a small, cheap, and affordable package. Now, on the flip side, why did I take so long trying to figure out whether I wanted that or whether I wanted the EOS R? Why can't I create an atmosphere where both of those things can exist in the same space? Why can't I film with the EOS R and take pictures with the EOS R and use the Fujifilm as my dedicated cinema camera? You can create a workspace that works best for you and incorporates different cameras that can fit and suit your needs. But overall, I feel like it's not about the camera. It's not about buying the best out there. It's not about buying the most expensive out there. It's about picking up something that works best for your workflow. The reason why I like this is because I can grow into it. There's a lot of features that I like, and I feel like it can be my main dedicated cinema camera. Now, I'm going to be doing some shoots with this coming up soon, and you're going to be able to see me, one, with a little bit under my belt of like knowing my way around it, and two, just like some footage of what this thing can actually do. I think I like this the most. Today's hack is very simple. If you have the Xt3, the VLG adapter, this VLG adapter allows me to adapt my Canon lenses over to the Fujifilm X-T3. Now this thing has its problems, but autofocus is not one of them. If you have some glass that you want to adapt over to the Fujifilm, it is a great adapter to try out. So that's today's hack. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Peace. All right, now here's where I get into the things that I don't like about the Xt3, because the touchscreen is still active while I'm in my nose, touches the screen, and actually changes the focal point. I would love to see like a small display up there. It tells me like vital things, like what exposure I'm in, how much battery life do I have left.